had a dream, and it didn't feel like a dream. It felt like something that I was meant to remember. And at that time, I didn't understand why. The next morning, I woke up in a haze. My body was sore. My throat was raw from everything that had happened that night before. I remember lying there, not moving. I was just trying to catch up on my own life, because nothing about that moment felt normal anymore. Everything had changed so quickly. One minute I was just going through a pregnancy, and the next I was in the middle of something I didn't understand, something I couldn't control, and something that I was honestly afraid to even think far ahead about. And as I lay there trying to piece everything together, something kept pulling at me, like a memory sitting just out of reach, not loud and not urgent, but persistent. And then it came back to me. I had a dream, and not just any dream. One of those dreams that feels so real that you don't wake up from it right away. You carry it with you. In the dream, I was in the birthing room. Everything looked real. The lights in the room, the feeling in my body. I knew I was about to give birth to my son, but something was different. It wasn't Dr. Farquharson that was there. It wasn't any doctor that I had recognized. Instead, there was a man I had never seen before. He was a tall black man standing calmly beside me. I can't clearly remember his face, but I remember his presence. There was something about him that immediately made me feel safe, not rushed, not panicked, just very steady. Like no matter what was about to happen, he already knew how it was going to turn out. He looked at me and said, "Ready to have this baby?" Not like a question, like a statement, like it was already decided. And I remember even in my dream, I was confused. I looked at him and said, "Who are you?" And he answered, but I couldn't hold on to his name. It slipped away from me, like trying to catch smoke in your hands. No matter how hard I tried to remember it, it was gone. And that's when I realized this didn't feel like a normal dream. It felt different, more vivid, more real. Almost like I wasn't imagining it. I was being shown something. When I woke up, I couldn't shake it. I kept replaying it in my mind over and over and over again, trying to understand what it meant. Why wasn't it my doctor? Who was the man? And why did his words feel like something more than just part of a dream? Why did they feel like a promise? Because here's the thing, nothing about my situation felt certain at that point. There were too many unknowns, too many risks, too many questions that no one could answer. And yet that dream didn't bring fear. It brought something that I hadn't felt in weeks. Calm. And I didn't understand that either. Because how do you feel calm when everything around you feels like it's all falling apart? But that's what stayed with me. Not the confusion and not the questions. The feeling that somehow I wasn't alone in this. That somehow this was going to be okay. I didn't know how. I didn't know when. And I definitely didn't know what was coming next. But for the first time in weeks, I allowed myself to believe. even if just a little. And we were going to get through this together.